Hello guys, welcome to AMC Retail, and today I'll be just analyzing what happened on Friday and kind of our price action and a little bit more about our Moxie indicator and kind of like the future that we could possibly predict of AMC. Now let's just begin. Friday's price action was actually really good in my opinion. We went up higher than like Thursday and Wednesday of this week with a high of 958, which also crossed our 200 SMA. Price action is still trading a little bit below or arguably above our 50 SMA, which is this purple magenta line. And our Moxie indicator is still above zero, which is a good thing. However, we are losing momentum. If we look here, it's at 1.1, and day over day we have been dropping actually a lot. So that's just something to possibly take into account and be aware of. I'm not saying that we're gonna lose our price action or kind of lose our support levels. However, it is something just to keep in mind for next week or for the upcoming earnings. The bottom of AMC on Friday was roughly like 913. I bought in at 919, so I was pretty happy when it was up at like 964 or 965. But I didn't sell because I'm kind of in for the long haul. But yeah, it's still trading pretty flat. We could see here. We'd like to be. It seems like we have good support levels around 930 and 920, but we're trying to break above that $10 to $11 level, and that might happen November 8th. We'll just have to see. Other than AMC, I just wanted to show what we like the future, like what do we have coming up. And I wanted to show you guys that the new Marvels movie, come on, we have it's coming out November 10th, and it's like I'm just, there's nothing to say about it. It's just we there's something to look forward to 2 days after earnings as well. And then I'm not sure about how much hype is around the Hunger Games, but that is also coming out November 17th. And then we have Napoleon. I think, in my opinion, this might have some hype on it. That comes out November 22nd. And then the Wonka, right? December 15th. So we're pretty stacked. And then not to mention Aquaman in December. However, we have to realize that a lot of people are tax harvesting. So usually near the end of the year is honestly when stocks are the lowest. So we just have to be aware. It's kind of like, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of a real life example where you're going to expect something, but all you can do is just, or you're afraid that something might happen, but all you can do is just be aware about, let's just inform ourselves and know that, yep, it's going to, the hedge funds will knock the price down, and it's already tax harvest season around this time. It's roughly the lowest points in the stock market, and we just have to be aware of that. However, like I said, we have these movies lined up. We have Taylor Swift, which is carrying a lot. So just be optimistic. I won't be too kind of worry about what will happen. What will happen will happen. And if you really believe and trust in AMC, you'll trust the movies, and look forward to good quarter one or quarter two of 24, and hope that we could cross some thresholds. But enough of AMC. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones and what happened on Friday. The Dow dropped 366 points, almost 367 points. Not to mention this month it dropped over 1,000 points. Now, what does that mean for us? That means that investors are pretty scared. They don't. I mean, obviously, because I mean, it seems like people the past 3 years have been saying, "Oh, recession's coming," and that is, I mean, I don't blame them for that, to be honest, because you know everything going on is just there's no way that you could keep this up. And some analysts may argue that the S&P is up, or the Dow might be up year to date, which it's not. But even the S&P, I mean, it's only being held up by like 4 or 5 stocks, which is Alphabet, Google, possibly Tesla, um, Nvidia, but the rest are negative. And so listening to these analysts, I could even be an analyst, to be honest. They just bullshit all the time, saying that we're spending money and don't be worried. It's literally against their. It would be a disservice to themselves working for a financial company to say that the market is not heading into, you know, does not have good forecasts, because then people would pull out, obviously, right? So a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, people are spending money." I actually went to an economic forum the other day, and this one guy mentioned he worked for this capital investment company. He was like, "Yeah, the S&P is up 30%, and I mean, we could check that right now. That's a total lie." And even let's just say, even if it was at one point up 30%, it's only being held up by 4 or 5 stocks. And then this other gal said that, "Oh, I mean, look at how much money we keep on spending. Just because you spend money doesn't mean you're smart. I mean, look how many people have a 2023 Escalade, but then come home to a rental home that they're renting out, or they come home to a house that costs as much as their new 2023 Escalade. I mean, like, come on, just because people are spending money doesn't mean that our economy has a good outlook. I mean, there's plenty of people that are over leveraged or living beyond their means. So that's kind of a voided argument, or or kind of like a source to say that our economy has a good outlook right now. Another thing she said that was, look at how many people are spending money on Taylor Swift, and buying the friendship bands and buying the concert tickets. Well, of course, adults go to um, Taylor Swift concerts, but how many people over 50, or let's just say over 40, are going to Taylor Swift concerts? I mean, generally speaking, you would think that's people that don't have much responsibilities. Now, I'm not saying a 25-year-old can't. I mean, that's still fairly young. They don't have kind of too much going on, but it's like, let's just be realistic here, right? Even though, you would think most people that go to the concerts are younger people that don't have as much responsibilities. So that's why so many people are going. I'm not saying, though, that an adult can't, you know, but so it's just all these, people just trying to save face. And, if you ask any financial analyst or advisor, they're always positive. Have you ever noticed that? There is not one person that is like kind of like truly, because like, okay, there is some people, some analysts that are like, the market is, we're looking at a recession, and we have been hearing that for a while now, I'm not gonna lie. But the thing is, it's like, holy cow, at the same time, on the other side, so it's funny. So on one side, there's always people saying that there's going to be a recession, and then on the other side, there's always people saying that, oh yeah, our economy is looking good. Well, year to date, the Dow is down 718 points. 1 year ago, doing 1 year, the Dow is down 444 points. 5 years is up though, so I'll give him that. Or maybe this is what he was mentioning. So for the past 5 years, it's up 28.28%. Okay, right? Now, what did I say in the previous videos? Everything during COVID was up. It was like a recent .com bubble. If you bought damn almost anything in COVID stock wise, you would have made money. So that is, it's just misleading. What they're saying isn't wrong. Okay, it is up 28% the past 5 years, 30% the past 5 years, but that's misleading because in 2021 and 2022, I mean, holy cow, even prior than that, like where it goes to like roughly 2019. I mean, like obviously, you buy if you bought Yeti, you would have been up. You bought Royal Caribbean, you would be up. What else? Nvidia, you would be up. I mean, like it's just crazy what these kind of analysts and financial advisors, what comes out of their mouth. It's just a whole bunch of, they're kind of like car salesmen. It's like, yeah, it's like, of course the car works, but like, come on now, like, let's just be realistic here. But anyways, that's enough on my rant. I just wanted to kind of tell you guys what, you know just, I wouldn't worry too much about AMC. I mean, we kind of know what happened in the predicament we're in, and it'll sort itself out. I mean, I already showed you guys the movies, and just it could really go anyway. So, kind of dwelling on it and just thinking about it too much, it's not going to do you any good. So, that's all. AMC out.